Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm getting low on firewood again up at the stove, and this is all I've got left from 3 dump truck loads of logs that I bought last spring. And that one laying across there broke off over there, but we'll saw it up and burn it too. But I've still got some over there where my neighbor cut his timber, and the problem with that is a lot of that is covered up with the chaff from the knuckle boom, like the sawdust and bark and stuff like that. And you know, as he was working on the bucking his logs and stuff, he would take his skidder, I guess, and kind of push it up in the pile, and it's kind of got covered up. And when I stick the forks in there to try to get stuff out, it just ain't working out so good. So I'm gonna take the backhoe down here in the near future and try to dig all that out, and then get all the good stuff out and push the chaff and stuff back up in the woods. In this video, I kind of wanted to go over some of the things that I have learned that makes it easier for me processing firewood. And I know everybody does it different, and there's all different kinds of ways of doing it, and I don't do it the easiest way for sure. I know there's probably a lot easier ways to do it, but first of all, the first thing that I have done that makes it easier for me is I bought this wagon. I picked this up pretty cheap off of one of my mom's friends who had it, you know, backed up in the woods and wasn't using it anymore. But I put these 4x4s down, cross pieces, every 2 foot, and that keeps my saw up off the floor. And that helps a lot, because I can saw the logs up standing up, and I can reach halfway across and then go around and reach the other half. And then I can use another tool that I made to pull the wood over to me, and I back up the wood splitter right beside of it. We'll go over that when we get back to the stove and get to cutting. But that works out real well, because I don't have to bend over and pick the big heavy rounds up, and you know, just it saves on your back. But now, that being said, using that hay wagon works fine behind this 4-wheel drive. But until recently, I didn't have the 4-wheel drive. I had this 2-wheel drive 4610 Ford. Great tractor. But when you've got a 4-wheel wagon, you don't have any tongue weight. So the second thing, if you're going to pull a 4-wheel wagon, even if you're going to pull hay with it or whatever you're going to pull, one of these right here is a must-have. Something I have found out is when I start up my driveway, I've got a real steep gravel driveway. When I start up the driveway, if I leave it like this, you know, basically the same height as the belly bar here, if I leave it that height, I'll spin out. I can't pull it up it. But now I can raise the lift, and that'll put weight down on the rear end, because you're pulling down or pulling up on the tongue, trying to lift the front end of the wagon up. So that adds extra weight on the rear tires, gives you more traction. But now what you do have to be careful of is when you start down a hill, you want your tongue pointing down at an angle, because it'll raise your lift up and try to fold up with you if you're not careful. And right now I'm using the 4610 to load with, because I don't have a set of forks for the Polaris yet. probably the biggest load I've had on it. Maybe it won't break. So I had about probably a load and a half. I put more on this than I normally do. But that pretty well got it all. I'll carry them two, except for that one that fell down. I gotta bring a saw back and work on it. It's too long. But I got them two short ones on the 4610. I don't like carrying heavy weight for long distances on that tractor. The spindles are weak on the 4610s. I don't know if they just wasn't built for a front end loader or what the deal was, but I've broke 3 spindles on that tractor. Since then, I have put a set of 5500. I think it was either a 5000 or a 5500 tractor spindles on it. I know this is off topic, but like this whole piece right here, you can see the different color blue. I got a set of these, so that's the same. You know, all of this is bigger, the hubs and the spindle and everything. Now this part is, the steering linkages are different. Like the 5000 series, it steers from under there each way. It's got 2 short drag links. So I had to drill out, this was a bigger spindle, so I had to drill these. This is the original 4610. I had to drill them out to slightly larger, and everything bolted right up. And so far, those spindles have been carried the weight, I guess you could say. Well, let's see what the old Belarus is gonna do. next thing that has really helped is this standalone wood splitter. And what I mean by that is it's self-powered. I had one on the back of the tractor, and I used it on the 4610. The 4610 is about 8 gallons a minute hydraulic flow, so it's really slow. And found this one, the motor was bad on it. Everything else is pretty good. I used it, put a new motor, a Predator from Harbor Freight, put that on it, and then used it for a while, and the packing in the cylinder, the seals went bad, so I had to repack them. They wasn't too bad, but overall, it's a great splitter. I do wish that the wedge was here and the push block was there. Now I know that that wouldn't work for this style. This is horizontal or vertical, but I only use it, I have used it the other way, but I prefer to use it like this. So the other way would work better for me because it would push the firewood past the splitter. Like right now it splits and falls off the side, and I have to keep it cleaned out because it packs up right here. So that's been a key part, obviously. And this helmet's a pretty good investment too. This screen has saved my face from a whole lot of chips and stuff. It don't really help with the fine dust, but I have seen a lot of stuff bouncing off of here that would have hit me in the face. And then it's got the earmuffs too. You know, I didn't really have to have the hard hat for just cutting firewood, but it is nice that it's all together and it keeps, you know, all my stuff in one spot. I don't have to go hunting down my earmuffs because I always wear earmuffs. But I do like this screen. That really helps too. here's my homemade pickaroon, the short one. I showed you the long one earlier. And this is my favorite. Somehow or another I got the point a little better on it, but I really like it. I like the angle that I put the hand grip at, but I can just grab wood and pull it across the wagon, and yeah, I can stand right here and cut as far as I can, and then when I can't reach it, I can pull it right over to me, and then I can go around the wagon and cut on the other side, and I don't have to carry the wood. I can reach across with the pickaroon and pull it back to me. But I guess that's about it. So this wagon here, that was probably the #1 thing that I did to help with my firewood processing. It really saved on my back. It saved having to bend over and buck the logs on the ground, then pick them up off the ground and put them on the splitter. And y'all know that process. That's a process that I grew up with. But you know, that gets it up off the ground. I don't have to pick it up. I can just, like I said, I can just kind of bear hug it, turn it around, put it right on the splitter, and then you know, created this pickaroon so that I can stand on this side with the splitter and just pull the wood to me, and I can walk all the way around the wagon and cut all the wood without having to get up there on the wagon and cut any. And then the splitter, that was a good investment. Like I said, I got that super cheap. I did have to buy a motor for it and repack the cylinder, but that wasn't a huge expense. But I did think of something else. The wagon ain't gonna work too good if you don't have a front end loader on a tractor or something. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you hadn't already, go down and subscribe. We sure would appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.